I'm Maya, and yeah, I've been really into boxing and I do a lot of art in my spare time, and I'm also a disability support worker. I was officially diagnosed with chronic fatigue probably about 2 years ago. I have a specialist doctor and I was telling him I really need a label for this. And the reason he said that he didn't want to give me the label sooner was because he knew how it was perceived in the medical field as like being a bit of a joke, and that it actually is more detrimental to me to have the label than not to have it. And it's better to go to the doctors saying that you have adrenal fatigue or something a little bit fancier just to be taken a little bit more seriously. It's hard to have this sort of condition because everyone knows what fatigue is like, so everyone can jump in and sort of add their anecdotes, and I think it takes away from what it really is like. When people show a genuine interest and it's not sort of clouded by their own experience or I know what it's like being tired all the time, it's actually just really helped when people are like, what is that actually like? That gives me the opportunity to be like, it's so much more than people think. It's not just being tired throughout the day or needing a coffee. It's, you know, having 10 hours of full sleep and not being rested. It's not being able to get up in the morning. It's being late to shifts because you just can't move your body. You know, it's really hard to be 22 with a chronic condition that makes me feel like the energy of an 80-year-old, or having to come home at 10 o'clock at night when it's a Saturday night, you know, that sort of thing. So I think it just really helps when people ask questions because it makes me feel seen. It makes me feel like people are actually interested instead of making the assumption that, oh, I know what it's like, I can deal with it, why can't she? People with disabilities, they have so much to bring to the table, but I guess the table isn't always accessible to them, so to speak. I guess that's like the most important thing, is to give them a platform, especially, you know, working with disabled people and advocating for them. You realise like how hard it is for them to even have that voice in the first place. I see how much they struggle to get the support they need and to have their voice heard and to just get their basic needs met. That already gives you sort of an idea of how hard it must be for other people with invisible disabilities to even just get disabled parking, or to have someone offer their seat to you on a train. I think that's really important, is the distinction between equality and equity. It's that equality is all great and good, but the reality is we're all very different. We all have different needs and abilities. It's okay for one person to need a little bit more external support than another person.